Hello students, Namaste to all. This is Dr. Pallavi Gupta. Today I will discuss what is the procedure for filing of nomination, security deposit, etc. Today we will cover some questions like when notice is issued to invite nomination, what is the time period for filing nomination, where candidate has to file nomination, to whom nomination form shall be filed, and what is the manner to file the nomination. So, and the topics which we will answer this question will be in the section 30 says that notification to fix the date for nomination, public notice for inviting nomination, and how the nomination paper shall be delivered to returning officer, and the number of proposer, how many can be, and the nomination paper in case of state of Sikkim for the election of state assembly, and the satisfaction of the returning officer. We'll also cover that clerical or technical mistake if done, what shall be the effect, and can candidate file nomination paper for more than one constituency, and regarding the amount of deposit of the security and the maximum number of the constituencies from which nomination can be done, and the notice of nomination, time and place for the scrutiny. So all these topics shall be covered under this lecture. Yes, regarding the notification to fix the date for nomination for calling election. So under section 30, as soon as the notification calling upon a election to a constituency or the member of parliament or state assembly is issued, the election commission shall notify the last date for making nomination, the date for the scrutiny of the nomination, and the last date for the withdrawal of the candidature, etc. And after that, under section 31, the returning officer shall give public notice of the intended election in such form and manner to invite nomination of the candidate for such election, and they will specify the place where they have to deliver the nomination paper. And regarding the procedure of filing the nomination, the first thing is that any person may be nominated as a candidate for election to fill the seats in the parliament or the means house of people, in the house of people or the council of state or the state assembly or legislative council, only if he is qualified. He should be qualified as per the constitution and the Representation of People Act 1951. Now, section 33 is saying that on or before the fixed date, under section 30 subclause A, each candidate shall deliver his nomination paper in a prescribed form with all the documents, either by himself in person or by his proposer, between the hours of 11 o'clock in the forenoon and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it should be subscribed and signed by the candidate and by an elector of the constituency as proposer. Now, there are various forms of the nomination that is known as a prescribed form. Regarding the forms of nomination paper, every intending candidate for election to any house of parliament or a state legislature has to formally offer his candidature in a form prescribed for the purpose, and in no other manner such forms of the nomination papers are prescribed in the rules as the rule 4 and form 2A to 2E. Any of the forms which are mentioned in the rules can be used either in English or in any of the languages used for the official purpose of the state in which the election is taking place. If an officially printed form is not readily available, even handwritten, typewritten, cyclostyle, or the privately printed copies of the forms can be used. The Election Commission has instructed all the officers to freely accept all such forms so long as they have been correctly copied as to exactly conform to the prescribed forms. So, the forms which are fixed for the election to the House of the People. The nomination for the election to the House of People from any parliamentary constituencies in India shall be made in Form 2A. And any nomination for an election to the Council of State shall be made in the Form 2C. And for an election to a state legislative assembly, the nomination in an assembly constituency has to be made in the Form 2B. And the forms for the nomination papers for the election to the Sikkim Legislative Assembly are separately prescribed in the Conduct of Assembly Elections, Sikkim's rules in 1979. For an election from an assembly constituency reserved for the Sikkimese of Bhutia Lepcha origin, the nomination is to be made in Form 2F, and from any other constituency in the Form 2G. This form relevant for the election from the Sangha constituency is the Form 2H. Election to a state legislative council are held both by the member of the state legislative assembly and also from the council constituency in the state. The nomination for an election by the member of a state legislative assembly shall be made in the Form 2D, whereas for an election from a council constituency it shall be made in the Form 2E. Yes, regarding the submission of the photograph by the candidate in May 2015, Election Commission has issued the instructions that the candidate shall provide shall provide the passport size photograph in the specified size, color, background of the photograph which the candidate are required to submit along with their nomination paper. And it is of course clearly mentioned that no nomination paper shall be submitted in the public holiday. Now the number of proposals required for the nomination to subscribe, that is the normally it says that in fact before 1996 only one proposer was required to subscribe to the nomination of a candidate for an election to the House of People or to a state legislative assembly. However, this law is amended in 1996 to the effect that whereas only one proposer shall be sufficient to nominate a candidate who is set up by a recognized political party at the election, but if the candidate is not set up by the political party or it is independent, then at least 10 proposers shall be required to subscribe the nomination of a candidate who is set up by an unrecognized political party or who stand as an independent candidate. as per section 33 subclause 1 proviso is mentioned there. And for the Council of State and Legislative Council, the number of proposals for the nomination for the election to the Council of State and State Legislative Council, the every nomination paper of a candidate shall be subscribed by the 10% of the electors at the election, or such electors whichever is less as proposers. For proposer, it is required that they should be registered elector in that constituency where they belong. It is necessary to understand. Now for State Legislative Assembly in case of the state of Sikkim. As under section 33 subclause 1A, it is saying if the seats are reserved for the in the case of a seat reserved for the Sikkimis of the Bhutia Lepcha origin, at least 20 electors of the constituency as proposer and 20 electors of the constituency as seconder must subscribe. And in the case of the seat reserved for the Sanghas, at least 20 electors of the constituency as proposer and at least 20 electors of the constituency as seconders are required to subscribe. And in the case of seat reserved for the Sikkimis of Nepali origin, by an elector of the constituency as proposer, only an elector is required. So now section 33 subclause 4 is saying that on the presentation of a nomination paper, the returning officer has to satisfy himself that the names and the electoral roll number of the candidate and the proposer as entered in the nomination paper are the same as those are entered in the electoral roll. And it is further provided in this proviso that no inaccurate description or clerical, technical or printing error in regard to the name of the candidate or his proposer or any other person, or in regard to any place mentioned in the electoral roll or the nomination paper, no clerical, technical or printing error in regard to the electoral roll numbers of any person in the electoral roll or the nomination paper shall affect the full operation of the electoral roll or the nomination paper with respect to such person or place in any case where the description in regard to the name of the person or place as to commonly understood, and the returning officer shall permit any such misnomer or inaccurate description or clerical, technical or printing error to be corrected, and where necessary direct that any such misnomer, inaccurate description, clerical, technical or printing error in the electoral roll or in the nomination paper shall be overlooked. So yes, and it is very clearly mentioned that a candidate can nominate himself in more than one nomination paper, but in any case he cannot file more than 4 nomination paper as per section 33 subclause 6. Yes, the deposit of the security amount as a candidate, section 34 says that as a candidate it is required to deposit the security money along with the nomination paper, as this is the requirement as a procedure. In case of election for the parliamentary constituencies, a sum of rupees of 25,000 for general category, and for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe candidate, they have to submit the 12,500 rupees as a security amount. And in case of the election from an assembly or council constituency, a sum of 10,000 rupees, or where the candidate is a member of scheduled caste or scheduled tribe, a sum of 5,000 rupees has to be deposited. Where a candidate has been nominated by more than one nomination paper for election in the same constituency, they have to deposit the amount only for one constituency. And further it says that this amount shall be deemed to be deposited by the candidate at the time of delivery of the nomination paper, and the candidate has either deposited this thing to the returning officer in cash, or they can deposit this money to the Reserve Bank of India or the government treasury, and in that case they have to submit the receipt of the same along with the nomination paper to the returning officer. Yes, regarding the maximum number of the constituencies from which nomination can be done, and this is under section 33 subclause 7. It is saying that it means here it is saying that there was no restriction before August 1996. There was no restriction in regard to the number of constituencies from which a candidate would contest election to any house of parliament or a state legislature. However, the amendment was made in 1996. Under the amended law, no candidate can be nominated from more than 2 parliamentary constituencies at a general election to the House of People, whether the general election is held simultaneously or not from all parliamentary constituencies. Likewise, he cannot be nominated from more than 2 assembly constituencies at a general election to a state legislative assembly. Similarly, a candidate cannot file nomination for more than 2 seats at any biennial election to the Council of a State or to a state legislative council from council constituencies. The same procedure will apply in relation to the by-election to any house held simultaneously, and not more than 2 by-election can be contested to the same house if called simultaneously by the Election Commission. This section 33 subclause 7 and this explanation clarifies that 2 or more by-elections shall be deemed to be held simultaneously, where the notification calling such by-election are issued by the Election Commission on the same date. Accordingly, the nomination paper shall be filed. In order to ensure that above prohibition under the law is duly observed by the all candidate, a declaration to that effect has been prescribed in each of the forms of the nomination paper. The Election Commission has clarified that if a candidate violates this provision and the files nomination paper for election from more than 2 constituencies of the same class, his nomination paper in the 3rd, 4th and all such subsequent constituencies should be rejected by the returning officer concerned for non-compliance with the provision of section 33 subclause 7 of the RP Act 1951. Here we can say the however has instructed that the returning officer, that I will take up a case over here. Election Commission has instructed the returning officer that he must be fully satisfied about the fact of the candidate having violated the law on this point before rejecting any of the nomination paper on this ground. During the general election to the Tamil Nadu Assembly in 2001, Kumari Lalita filed nomination paper in 4 assembly constituencies in violation of the above provision of the law. Her nomination paper in those 2 constituencies which were filed later in the point of time to the other two constituencies were not taken into consideration by the returning officer concerned on the above ground. So her nomination paper was rejected. So notice of the nomination and time and place etc. for the scrutiny of the nomination paper under section 35 of RP Act. Returning officer shall inform the person who is coming to deliver the nomination paper about the date, time and place for the scrutiny of the nomination paper, and he will enter on the nomination paper its serial number and shall sign and thereon a certificate stating the date on which and the hour at which the nomination paper has been delivered to him, and shall fix the notice in the office at the prescribed place so that everyone can access this notice. So this is all about the procedure of filing the nomination papers, scrutiny, security money, etc. The next topic for the delivery of my lecture will be rejection and the ground for the rejection and withdrawal of the nomination paper. Thank you very much for watching me and listening me.